What is up, guys? DZ Figure, and the other day I took Chronomalies to locals, and I didn't do quite as well as I'd hoped, but I wanted to go through the deck list because the last time I did a Chronomaly deck list, it was kind of just thrown together, um, and I want to show you like an actual attempt at being competitive. Overall, I felt it went okay, but I wanted to do a little better, so I'm going to kind of talk about what worked, what didn't work, and what changes I would make going forward. So for the main monster lineup, we have 3 Nebrdisk. That's kind of obvious. I never actually used his Treeborn Frog effect throughout the whole tournament. It just never came up. I never was able to get the turn 2 OTK. But anyway, we were playing 3 Golden Jet, pretty standard. 3 Skull, 2 Bones. Still played 2 of this guy, who someone last time commented how to pronounce him, but I don't know how to pronounce him still. I forgot to, I read it, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I totally forgot to memorize it. So this guy is important because, and this happened, if you open Jet and Skull, it's really slow summoning the Jet and then searching for Nebrdisk, because that means that they're going to kill this. It has 1300 attack points. So that means next turn, you don't actually have a play. So you summon the Nebrdisk, and then you can add a Bones and just pass. You can add a field spell, or you can add, no, you can't even do that. This is all horrible. You can add another Skull and then add a Bones. You can add the 800 boosts. This is no good plays. So I felt that playing the level 5 guy gave me first turn access to a rank 5, which is something that this deck struggled with, even when compared to the artifacts that wouldn't be first turn rank 5s. And I felt the artifacts were just too reactive and too slow. And then when in relation to Galaxy Soldier, I don't know. Galaxy Soldier is cool because it's a light, and there was a time when your first turn rank 5 play is just artifact Durandal, and that's not fantastic because it's not Pleiades. But I don't know. I like this guy because he's searchable. In the instance where I open Jet and Skull, that's easier because that means I'm playing technically 5 copies of this guy. And also you can do stupid stuff with Nebrdisk because you can search them out and then shit. So I thought that was pretty good. And then I played 2 Valor because I think Valor is the best hand trap right now. And Valor was pretty good overall. I think I might try to fit 3rd. And the problem is I have 2 of each rarity of Valor, so I can't play a full playset that's matching rarity. Anyway, we played 3 Pot of Duality as well as 3 Upstart Goblin because we wanted to see that Nebrdisk as early as possible. I played 2 Lance, which worked out pretty good. Book and Regeki were similarly powerful. Regeki is really good. I don't play Dark Hole, but Regeki is cool because if you can special a Bones and then bring back the Skull, and then you can Regeki their board. Unlike Dark Hole, where you would have to do that preemptively and then you couldn't Bones. And then for the Chronomalies, we played 1 Eye Tablet. This card's insane. Trying to think of the situations where it came up. So I used it one time to get over a Jin-locked Gungnir. That was pretty cool. Because he was like, well, what's your out to this? I'm just like, shit, man, I got this. I used it another time to attack over a Cliffort Carrier, I believe. That was Tribute Summoner that I had no other way around. I used it. I think I used it. What did I get over? It might have been. It might have been. Oh, yeah, that was against Necrods too. I used it just to inflict a shit ton of damage. I had a double Nebrdisk opening, so I could use the first one to grab the Eye Tablet instead of Skull. So I summoned this and grabbed a Skull next. So I had, that must have been 4,800 damage, I think. 16 plus 36. That's not 48. I don't know. 52 probably. Anyway, I really liked Eye Tablet. I think it's a really cool card. Searchable out to the Jin. It's really helpful. Then I played 1 Field Spell. This card was phenomenal. Well, I guess, I don't know. I felt it was really good. There were multiple times when the problem is it's really bad early game, so drawing it kind of sucked because you basically just be stuck with mismatching shit in the grave. So you'd have your common play of Nebrdisk Skull, and then I'd usually describe another Nebrdisk. And in this scenario, if I open the field spell, that wouldn't really contribute to my play, and then next turn I could summon the Nebrdisk and shit. Summon the Nebrdisk, add another Skull, and then discard it, and maybe add a Jet or some shit. But that doesn't really advance my game state. I can Babylon for a Skull to do more damage, which I did a few times, but in general, it doesn't really do anything. But there were a couple scenarios where I only won because I was playing this. It's especially good. There was a situation where I had so my opponent had a Valk. What am I looking for? My opponent had a Valk in his hand and a Trish in his hand, and he had a face down face down defense position Manju. My cat's on the table. Anyway, so he had a face down defense position Manju. I just had Pleiades. And no other cards, and I topped deck in Nebrdisk. What I was able to do was summon the Nebrdisk, activate or add Babylon, and he was at 4,100 life points. So activate Babylon, and then I used Babylon's effect. I think I banished a Nebrdisk to special summon Jet. From there, I was able to pump these guys up a level and then make Artifact Durandal. The Durandal got rid of the known Valk in his hand, and he only had the Valk and the Trish, so and he had used another Valk already. So the chances of him drawing a Valk were slim to none. And then I just simply Gaia Chargered and said, if you didn't draw the Valk, then this is the exact game because you had 25 plus 16. So that was pretty cool. I felt that was a pretty cool application in a scenario where I would not have won if I did not play Babylon. So I felt that was, that for me just made it worth playing. But it was okay. It was okay. But that was a really cool combo. Anyway, sorry, this is going to be kind of long. For the traps, we're playing through Mind Crush. This card was good. Mind Crush is good right now. I played 2 Mirror Force just as filler mostly. But, this was kind of cool. There was a scenario. Actually, the turn before that last play I just mentioned, because he had the Valk and Trish in hand, and the Manju was set at this point because he booked it to get around a Veiler. And then he activated Mirror, or he summoned a Valk, and I was or he had a Valk already on board, and they activated Mirror, and I emptinessed it, and I had just the Pleiades, and he attacked, and I Mirror Force. So now he's stuck with just the Manju on field with the Trish and Valk in hand, so he couldn't search for any of the mirrors. So Mirror Force really good right then, but I didn't really draw it any other times. 2 Phoenix Chain, pretty cool. I was main decking 2 Chaos Trap Hole and a Warning. My locals was pretty much all things that Chaos Trap Hole affected, except for one Cliffport player. There was multiple Satellars, Shaddolls, Nekroz, Burning Abyss, all decks that Chaos Trap Hole is really good against. One of the persons at my locals said he didn't like this card because it's really bad if you don't open it, and I guess it's bad if you don't open it, but oh my god, this card is just amazing. And against Burning Abyss, they really, their cards don't do anything if they can't make Dante, so they can infinitely float, but you don't really care because they only have one tour guide, so eventually they have to consolidate into a Dante, and then you can just Chaos Trap Hole it, and that, it doesn't even matter if you get back the Seer because they don't have a Dante to bring back, so, I don't know, I just burned my opponent through his Seers pretty fast. And then we played 1 Emptiness, 1 Breakthrough Skill, 1 Ring. Ring kind of conflicts with, 6,000 life points, but I liked it. It was cool. Wow, this is a long deck file. Sorry, guys. For the extra deck, played 1 Emerald, Exciton, Cowboy, Dweller, Castell, 101. Those are the generic rank 4s. Whoa, that's messed up. We played Gorgonic Guardian. This card was pretty cool. I picked up a level 3 Chronomaly guy halfway through the tournament because I didn't have him. But I felt that Gorgonic Guardian was the only necessary rank 3. And I never really found the need to make Chronomaly, Crystal, Chrono, not whatever. Because even if you Nebrdisk that turn, this guy has 500 less attack, but he buys you 2 turns because he has a giant hand effect that also reduces the attack to 0. So I don't know. I think this card's ridiculous, but nobody knows what it does because it's like, who the fuck plays level 3 rocks? Played this guy, never made him. Durandal probably made him the most out of anything. Bulbasaurus won me a game. Didn't go into that guy. Didn't go into that guy. Went into him once. Didn't go into that guy. Went into this guy a couple times. Yeah, I never got the turn 2 OTK combo with these two cards that I talked about, where if you open Neverdisk and any other Chronomaly, that just never came up. So, I don't know. Like, I wish it came up more, obviously, because turn 2 OTKs are swell, but I was not so fortunate. I guess a lot of things have to align, because they have to have, like, no back row, and they have to not have a Valk searched, all this shit. Anyway, for a side deck, we played 3 Lancia. Card's pretty cool. 2 Shadow Mirror, 2 Iron Wall, the 3rd Cast Trap Hole, 3 MST. I was playing 3 Cylinder because a lot of people in my locals like to maybe slow play and go in time. So like, fuck that. Just Cylinder. And Cylinder is only a good card if you go in time, and I sure as hell don't slow play. I mean, you can watch my games on even DN, but I mean, you can watch my real life gameplays, and I definitely don't slow play. So it's never going to be my fault that we go in time, is what I'm trying to say. So I don't feel bad about siding Magic Cylinder. And then I sided 1 Melcat. I think I'll side a 2nd Melcat. Melcat was really good. I don't know if I would side 3 Cylinder at a real tournament, so I would probably side more Melcats. But, one other cool play I wanted to mention was, so my opponent, I opened, like, Neverdisk set 4, and that is crazy, except my opponent was main decking Decrees, and he actually opened 2 Decrees, so he flipped up a Decree, and I had, like, oh my god, my back row was, like, really good. It was, like, Mind Crush, Fiendish, Warning, and Emptiness or some shit. So what I did was I made a Pleiades, targeted his face-up Decree. He chained his other one. I was like, sure. He draws. I bounce the other Decree, and then I Mind Crush, calling Decree, and hit 2 of them. So that was really cool. Because I don't main deck MSTs, so I'm just like, well, don't get out to Decree. I guess I lose. But anyway, that was my list. Not really sure what I'll update. I don't know if the upstart's necessary. I kind of want to fit in 3rd Veiler. I don't think I like the Mirror Forces, but overall, I felt it was a pretty good list. There you guys go. So I'll see you later. Bye.